I shoot on the Osmo too, but it does not look like that. It does not look or feel like that.
Have you seen my YouTube videos? Nah.
Yo, what's up everyone? Joey here. I'm a content creator based out of LA who films luxury real estate. I travel on tours, I shoot music videos, produce commercials, and of course I make my own content here on this YouTube channel. When I first bought the Osmo Pocket 3, I had the same question pretty much the entire internet seemed to have. Is the Osmo Pocket 3 professional enough? To answer that question, I decided to team up with my friend Jamar, an LA-based artist, to push this little tiny camera to its absolute limits by filming a music video called Fell in Love Again. You're probably wondering, why would you test the Osmo Pocket 3 on a music video? Well, music videos are super unpredictable. Not only are there multiple locations, you have to worry about battery management, storage of your footage, permits, rigging, lighting, playback, timing. There's so many things that can go wrong quickly. So that's exactly why I wanted to see if this tiny little Osmo Pocket 3 could handle a full music video shoot. Now, what really drew me to using the Osmo Pocket 3 for this music video are a lot of the key features that this camera does have, which actually makes it a true contender. Number one is that it's going to be affordable and accessible in comparison to mirrorless or traditional cinema cameras. Number two is that it has built-in stabilization, so there's no need for any external gimbals. Number three is that it's compact in size. Now for music videos, this is perfect because you're always trying to find unique angles to tell your story. So having a small camera like the Osmo Pocket 3 makes it perfect for putting in specific places that normally a cinema camera that's a bigger, larger build will not be able to fit, unless you have that rigging. But like I said, the Osmo Pocket 3 is so tiny, you don't even need that. Number four is going to be the resolution. Now you're getting 4K up to 120 frames per second. This is great for reframing in post-production and being able to slow down your footage to get the exact look that you want for your video. And number five is going to be D-Log-M, 10-bit color. Having 10-bit in a camera that has such a tiny sensor like the Osmo Pocket 3 is pretty insane. You're really able to push the colors of your image to get the specific look that you want, all while retaining the information without it falling apart. Now this is huge if you're trying to get a specific look depending on the type and style of the music video that you're going for. Now I don't know about you, but having all those features and more packed into something this small makes this a no-brainer when it comes to the features. So that's why I really wanted to see if we could use this professionally in shooting a music video. Now before we go and cover the music video and how I shot it, I want to first go through the gear and accessories that I used on this shoot that help make this entire process of filmmaking super easy. Number one is of course going to be the Osmo Pocket 3. Now I bought this in what DJI calls the creator combo, which came with a lot of other little accessories. All of those little accessories, attachments and things like that that came with that were not used in this music video. Number two is going to be for storage. Now I used a 400 gigabyte SanDisk micro SD. This gave me enough space for 4K filming at any frame rate all throughout the day. The primary use for the Osmo Pocket 3 is a vlogging camera, so the codec and the size of the files are pretty manageable because it's meant for vlogging. Again, we're using this for cinematic purposes and really pushing it to its limits. So 400 gigabytes was more than enough. Honestly, I could have probably done 256, but again, I like to have a little bit extra just to make sure that I have more than enough. Number three is going to be Anker's external power bank. For this shoot specifically, I only charged my Osmo Pocket 3 once. As soon as it got to around 30%, I decided to connect it directly to the USB-C, which is a fast charge, and it was able to go from 30 all the way up to 100% within 15 minutes. Now, when you consider the fact that the Osmo Pocket 3's battery is built internally to the body and that you can't swap batteries, having something like an external battery that you can connect directly like this, or having an external power bank that you can connect directly using USB-C is going to be a lifesaver. You never want to be the guy on set who's filming whose batteries completely died. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I bought the Osmo Pocket 3 as part of the creator combo, which came with this external battery. As much as this is great to use and you're able to plug it in and still film, the charge on this is still not fast enough to get it fully charged. So having a power bank like this Anker and being able to charge it from 0 to 100% in as little as 15 to 20 minutes using that fast charge is a no-brainer. So this little guy stayed home and I was able to charge fast and effectively using this power bank once the entire day. This is going to be the best solution for keeping your Osmo Pocket 3 charged and ready to film. I've been on a lot of trips, I shot a lot of content, and now we shot this music video. You want this. Number 4 is going to be the extendable phone tripod with the Falcam F38 quick release system. And I can tell you from my experience in filming this music video, going handheld to using the actual phone tripod to be the base of my camera movements really allowed for me to get unique shots. So having a system like the Falcam F38 allowed me to really go from handheld to the phone tripod in a matter of seconds. And because the phone tripod is extendable, you're actually able to get pretty cool shots that you would not normally get when going handheld. I'll show you guys more on that later. Number 5 is going to be my iPad Pro. And what's awesome is that you're able to use your iPad as a director's monitor and have full gimbal control, along with all the settings in your Osmo Pocket 3. And lastly, to cover the accessories and gear used on this shoot, it's actually coming from SmallRig. Now what's awesome is that they sent over their mini shock absorber arm along with a bunch of filters like NDs, polarizers, and diffusions. Having these 2 accessories from SmallRig was absolutely crucial to not only making sure that I was exposed correctly, to ensuring that my framing was on point for those tracking car scenes. I honestly could not have done it without you guys at SmallRig. So thank you so much for sending these 2 over. It made filming so much more fun and it made sure that I got everything that I needed to make this music video perfect. So now that we covered a lot of the accessories that helped made this shoot happen, we're gonna shift over to the professional settings that I used for a cinematic look using the Osmo Pocket 3. Auto to Pro mode, which gave me full control of my entire camera. I used 95% of my shots at 24 frames per second for the most cinematic motion blur. For my shutter speed, I had it at 1/50, which is double my frame rate, and used an ND64 filter to ensure that I was properly exposed when using this outdoors. For my ISO, I had it at 50 to 400 to ensure I had clean images with minimal grain. I shot in D-Log M with 10-bit color to ensure I had maximum grading flexibility. Now throughout this entire shoot, I wanted to film at different frame rates. Like I mentioned earlier, I filmed about 95% of my footage at 24 frames per second, and the last 5% was at 30 and 48 frames, just to give me a different feel in the footage when slowing it down. In planning for this shoot, I wanted to put the Osmo Pocket 3 in 3 different environments. The first being car scenes, the second being performance scenes, and the third being narrative scenes. All right, so for the car scenes, I really wanted to push the capabilities of the Osmo Pocket 3, knowing that I was gonna be able to pair it with SmallRig's car mount. Having pre-planned on my treatment and kind of setting up shots on the car already, I knew exactly where I was gonna place this on the convertible, and I was ready to go within 30 to 45 seconds of just cleaning the surface and attaching the mount to the car. And once we got all that set up and we jumped on the course in Malibu, I was able to monitor everything using the iPad and DJI Mimo app. That experience of connecting and being able to monitor and actually move the gimbal and reframe my shots was incredibly easy. I had minimal hiccups in the latency, and although I did experience one disconnection, the ability to film from about 30 to 40 feet, going 35 to 45 miles per hour and getting the exact shots I needed was incredible. What I feel like would normally take a full team to ensure that everything was working seamlessly was literally me, my iPad, my wife driving, and my BTS cousin in the back. Insane how well this worked. Now I did experience a few latency issues here and there where it kind of hiccuped a little bit, but the overall experience of just reframing and capturing everything I needed, talking on the phone with the artist and telling him exactly what he needs to do, what part of the song he needs to play, really just made this whole experience a no-brainer to use the Osmo Pocket 3. Not only was I able to change the positioning of the camera on the convertible, but I also attached it to my Jeep and got tracking shots both behind and in front of the car to get the exact shots I planned for in my treatment. It just blew me away at how good this Osmo Pocket 3 SmallRig setup was and how simple and easy it was to do. Number 2 is going to be the performance shots. Now you're looking for 3 different types of shots: wide, medium, and tight. And because the Osmo Pocket 3 has a fixed focal length of 20 millimeters, you're gonna have to move yourself forward and backwards to capture all 3 different types of shots. When I'm doing very wide shots, I'm moving left and right and doing minimal movements with the actual gimbal. When I'm looking for medium shots, I'm actually coming up close to the artist and I'm not moving a lot. And when I'm doing tight shots, I'm looking for a lot of motion, a lot of like physicality in the performance. That way you feel the energy through the screen. What's also great is that the Osmo Pocket 3 has a digital zoom integrated. And I know, before you jump in and say, hey, it's a digital zoom, what about the resolution of 4K? I used that 40mm digital zoom throughout this music video, and you won't be able to tell the difference of it being a 20mm shot versus a 40mm digital shot. Even with that digital zoom, you're maintaining that 4K resolution, and you're able to match the shots you're getting with your digital zoom back to the shots you're getting with your fixed focal length of 20mm. And that specific feature came with the most recent update on your Osmo. So if you haven't updated it, make sure to go update it, because that alone gives you 2 different focal lengths to play with, creating a different depth in your shots. Next up are going to be the range shots. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the Osmo Pocket 3's size is extremely small, meaning you can do things with this camera that traditionally you cannot with larger cinema cameras. And if you remember that phone tripod that I showed you earlier, when you connect it to that and you extend it, it now becomes a crane. Trust me, in pre-production and planning, I had this idea how it could technically work, but until I got on set and actually tried it on the actual set where the cars and the performers were, I was like blown away at the shot that I was getting. So being able to take advantage of the small form factor size of the Osmo Pocket 3 and connecting it to different accessories really gives you so many options. Now, lastly, for the performance scenes, you want to make sure that you change your camera's gimbal mode. I changed it from being a follow mode that I used pretty much the entire music video to an FPV mode. Now, once I switched this gimbal mode on the Osmo, I then connected the Osmo directly to the phone tripod and essentially used that as an extension to film FPV style shots of the artist. I'm not huge on Dutch angle shots, but there's something about music videos and kind of getting unique shots on performances and following the artists and their movements that this FPV mode really shined. And lastly in the music video are going to be the narrative scenes. Now for these ones, I wanted simple push in and pull out shots with minimal movement and just natural motion of what was occurring in the frame. And for most of the beach shots, I actually gave Jamar the Osmo so that he can get POV shots of his point of view of his girl, running back and forth on the beach, and just captured that kind of like POV type of shot. So when it comes down to it, is it professional enough? Let's watch a little bit of the music video.
With you again, close your eyes and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just fell in love with you again, falling in love again. Driving down the road that has no end. It's forever with you. Come with me, baby, take my hand. We can leave, we don't need no plan today. Run away, run away.
I know, guys, I just showed you a little teaser of the music video. Go check out the full video. It is live now on Jamar's channel. I'm super excited for you guys to check it out. Show him some love. Let him know that you guys are visiting from this channel. But to come back to this video, is it professional enough? Absolutely. Whether you're starting out as a new content creator with your first ever camera, or you're already working with Sony, Canon, Fujifilm, Blackmagic, or even a Red, this camera is going to deliver for you. For the price point and what it can truly achieve, trust me, it is a must-have tool in your filmmaker's kit. You're gonna need this. Firstly, I wanna give a huge shout out to SmallRig for sending over the gear. I could not have done this without you. You guys made this entire experience of filmmaking super easy. I was so happy to be able to use your car mount instead of having to build out this massive cinema rig, and also staying exposed the entire time. So thank you for those NDs. Also, shout out to DJI for probably making one of the coolest cameras to date. Not only is it super versatile, but the quality that you're getting out of this camera is insane. So if you guys are working on the Osmo Pocket 4, let's do a little team up and shoot a dope music video together. I'm just saying. Links to all the gear used are going to be in the description down below. Make sure you guys go check out the full video, Fell in Love Again, on Jamar's channel, and let him know that you guys came from this channel. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
We can make it if we try. Still, I know this.
you guys enjoyed the vlog. This is a crew. All done.
It was fun. Let's go.
All right, see you guys.